everyone, just a really quick video here. I'm going to show you what I do to, instead of putting a dowel where you've screwed to make a project, just making a holder here, a record holder for my son. Happy with everything, but I wanted to make it strong, so obviously you get the spots where you got to fill from where a screw goes in. Everything I've seen, I haven't looked it up much, but it's, you do it deep enough, put a dowel, shave it. Only problem with that is you can always see it, and when you stain it, it's a bit different color. It just, I don't know, for me I wanted it a little bit better. I've done this method before, just something I thought of. I'm assuming I didn't think of it, but I thought of it on the last project. So when I was sanding, save all the shavings, get some dust, make sure it's clean, so it's just the wood. Use a bit of white glue, and then I just mix it and then gob it in, and it works really well. And then the stain afterwards is the same material, same color, so it shows up very well. It shows up good, like this. It makes it the same as the rest of the wood. Hides it a bit better. Wet the finger and then jam it in. You can tell too by, okay, it needs a little bit more, but basically as long as it's higher, so then now afterward, once it dries, then we'll sand it and then give it a stain. So obviously it'll be a bit to let it dry and then sand it and all that, but I'll show you guys what it looks like just so you guys can see. Here's the other side I just did. So not much more to show at this stage, but then we'll sand it and we'll see how it turns out. But it's something I've done before and it turned out really well, so I'm going to do it again. So I thought I'd give you guys this tip too. Depending on how this turns out, throw me a subscribe. Let's see if we can't get to 1,000 here. But yeah. So I just finished sanding. Here's what you're looking at after. And it's perfectly smooth. So the one thing is, when I tried to sand it, when it wasn't 100% dry, let it dry overnight, the glue, it did, little pieces would almost pop out, and then you get a divot, and I had to redo it again. So let it sit overnight, make sure it's 100% the glue's cured, and then give it a sand, and yeah, it comes out real nice. Looks better than a dowel. Now we'll see what happens. So here it is now, done with some stain. I like overall how the project showed up, by the way, just on a side note. So to hold LPs for my son for Christmas, we'll end up probably mounting it to the wall, and then it's got a nice support that'll hold up to like 25 LPs. Anyway, so how this turned out with stain, you can see that they still stand out. So I still love it. I'm happy with it. I did it before on, I think it was oak and, no, not spruce, pine, I think it was. I'm not sure, but it was less noticeable. So I don't know. This is whitewood, so I don't know if that's the case. What's whitewood? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a type of poplar is what they call whitewood boards. Correct me if I'm wrong, by all means, please. But yeah, so either way, it turned out good, and I'm happy with it. So there we go. On to the next project. We'll see you